496 to report the river. 496 to clear my burning visual on 1 approach 199, so far. Delta 1618 to set maintain 3000 with a left turn heading 050 for the river. Got 4352 to set maintain 4000, then speed 190.
Big ups, big ups, big ups. What's going on, family, friends, and fellow enthusiasts? Excuse me. It is your boy Leo Sticks 86. We're back at it, boys, off the late night. Just getting in from work. Today we're going to be having GA ops for the island trip on the day 2 type status. We're going to be taking out the Cockspur Cessna 510 Mustang out of Miami's Opa-Locka, Florida. And heading on down to beautiful, hold on, I might got the wrong, oh no mind. It's a beautiful, daggone Cozumel, Mexico. Hoping to see some coconuts down there while we're there. And then time depending on what's going on, we may jump on back up to, it will be a re-arrival into more than most likely Fort Myers if we decide to do that leg. So yeah, not that long of a flight. It's going to be roughly 489 nautical miles from Miami Opa-Locka down to, actually I lied, it's 691 on the air distance via the route. And what we getting, we'll be cruising at flight level 360, taking a block fuel of 2424. And we're looking at a block time of roughly 2.5 hours. We'll see if we can beat that at all. So yeah, without further ado, let me do this because this airplane requires us to use the default little weight and balance. So let me go ahead and fuel up right quick. And then we'll be good to go. Hope everybody had a glorious Wednesday afternoon, as did I. And why is it still wanting to put 170 pounds in here? So we'll do that like that. It's still telling us though. How about let's just use, this here. See, now it's not telling us alright, yeah, so we're just gonna delete all of these weights here. We'll take those out and we'll populate that like that. There we go. All right, we've got that. That's good to go. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and jump in. We'll give you your route here on screen, and that is our route going down to Cozumel, Mexico. And we'll go ahead and jump in, get started. And because this thing is a bit quirky on the programming of the G1000, However, it's got the working title included, so that's going to help out a lot. Looks like we're going to be departing Opa-Locka on runway 12 via the GLADS 2 departure lows transition, and jumping on the Yankee 196 airway, exiting at Kanoa, jumping on the Uniform Bravo 646 airway, exiting at Curvu, then jumping on the Uniform Bravo 764 airway, exiting at Emosa, and then that is going to be our arrival transition into the Emosa 1 Alpha into Cozumel this evening. So yeah, without further ado, that's a brief rundown. I tried to type route in chat, but Nightbot's not playing nice right now, so we'll go ahead and jump down here, and we'll get that out of the way. We'll bring the sounds up, and we'll come here. First of all, we'll get the pitot covers off, off, and the engine covers off. So that's cool. All right, we'll come down here. We'll go battery on. That'll get everything started there. And we'll come here. All right, cool. So we've got to get this weird angle because we'll go ahead and get nav lights. Those are anti-collision. There's the nav lights can come on, and we'll get the seatbelt and pack safety signs on. And we may have to reverse. Yeah, we've got to reverse our controls here on the throttles, and more than most likely, hold on, let's go back right quick, and more than most likely the flap levers too. Nope, those are good. And I don't know if the spoilers are good. This airplane does have spoilers, I think. Some tiny ones. Let's see if we jump outside and see what we got going on here. Yeah, the spoilers are up. Okay. Yep. So the spoiler axis is working like it should. So we'll jump in, and we just need to reverse the axis on the throttles right quick. And so we'll go controls. What was we talking about? Throttle, power management, throttle. And we'll clear those off like so. Apply and save, go back. And there we go. So now the one thing I've noticed, I may have to use my other throttle levers. My detents that I currently have for my Airbus throttles aren't working, so let's swap out and use the Boeing throttles. Just take them off like so. They're not calibrated to this jet. It works on the CRJ. All right, cool. So we won't have the physical detent here, but we can see the detent working there on the throttle, so that's fine. All right, so now that we got that squared away, we'll come and get this weird angle so we can kind of see this area down here as well as what we're doing up top there. So we'll go to flight plan, and we'll go, let's see, we are, so we can click this little keyboard icon and actually use the keyboard. All right, so we are at KOPF, which is Miami Opa-Locka. Then our en route waypoints, actually let's go back up and we'll do procedures, and we'll go select departure, and we're looking for the GLADS 2 lowest transition. So we'll scroll down here to the GLADS 2, enter that, and it's asking us the runway. Runway 12 is our forecast. Let's see, me, tar, for OPF. 050 at 6, 10 statute miles, altimeter's 29904. Let me pull up some charts here. Import that bad boy from SimBrief. And let's see here. Zero 05, we could do 9er left. That'll be a little closer to what we want. So yeah, we'll take the longer taxi for 9er left. Winds are 6 knots, so it's not too bad. We could use runway 12. It's not too bad. It's pretty much the same distance on the taxi, but we'll stick with 9er left, as 12 is right there by 9er left, so it's no reason not to take the proper one. So is that 9er left? Yeah, that's 9er left there. So we will okay that. Now it's asking us the transition, which I said was going to be LULS, LULLS. So we'll enter that. And we'll load that departure. All right, so that's our departure out of what did I do? Flight plan. Hold on, let me move this thing up a little bit so we can see our knob. There we go. Now let's get down to the en route section. So from there we're going Yankee 196. I think we can do hold on, how do we go back? Because I think we can do airways on this thing. Yeah, so let's go up to LULS, right? And then go menu. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe we can't do airways on this thing. Collapse airways, remove departure. So LULS should be our entrance to the airway. So let's just go down to the en route section and see if the menu gives us an airway from there. So we'll go menu, collapse airways. Nope, that's not it. We may have to input it manually. At least a few of the waypoints on the airway, that is. Because it should be under menu. I don't know if this thing has that functionality yet. So let's take a look at the airway. Let's scroll down. LULS. Okay, Canoa, C-A-N-O-A. C-A-N-O-A. This thing is a little bit of a pain to program just because of the weird angle. At Canoa, let's go ahead and put our altitude, which is going to be flight level 360. That's 3. All right, 36. That's good. All right, so next waypoint after that is, we'll skip a couple. KERVU. God damn it. See, why doesn't it stay highlighted? Alright. Next after that, we'll do the last one of Emosa, and I believe that is going to be our transition into the arrival. Yeah, so we'll do Emosa. So what's that? EMOSA. Click up here, let's get our keyboard active. EMOSA. Alright, cool. And then from there we can add our destination, which is going to be Cancun. I'm sorry, that's our alternate. Cozumel, which is Mike Charlie Zulu. All right, and let's pull up some procedures for there. We need to do select arrival. We'll come there. We're looking for the Emosa 1 Alpha. So that's 1 Alpha there. We'll okay that. Now it's asking us our transition, I'm betting. Yeah, Emosa transition. I don't know why it's not okay in that. But what we'll do is scroll down to load it. We already put the transition in there anyway. Yeah, transition's already in there. Along with our altitudes. All right, cool. And we're looking like we want runway 12 into Cozumel. So we'll bring the cursor on this complicated damn thing. And then we'll go procedures and we'll select approach. And we're looking for, they got the RNAV. It's probably what we're gonna use. All right, so we'll just plan for the RNAV. And it's asking us our transition on that. Let's take a look at our charts right quick. Yo, what up, Drake? Big ups, bro. Riz, what's up, Riz? What is the start and destination? Airport we're at is going to be Miami Opa-Locka. The airport code is Kilo Oscar Papa Foxtrot. Our arrival is going to be Cozumel International in Mexico, which that code is Mike Charlie Zulu. Right up at the top of your screen, bro. There's only a flight overlay up there for looks. So we're looking at our approach here. We want the RNAV runway 12. Transition is showing Vibla, which is right off of our arrival, so we'll use that. And we'll see here, there it is, the second one down. We'll okay that. Minimums, let's take a look. It's asking us what our minimums are. Minimums is 500 feet. God damn it. I can't see that daggone thing. It's 190. $470. All right, there's 500. Vibla, so we'll come down and load it. All right, cool. Our route is pretty much in, y'all. So we're pretty much ready to get ready to get started up and get out of here. All right, so yeah, we'll be taxiing out of the ramp here and up this taxiway here to depart 19er. This is 12, so it's no reason not to use the slightly longer runway and get better winds. So we'll climb out at initial altitude of let's look at the chart. What does the chart say? All right, assigned by ATC. So in that case, we'll climb out to an initial I don't know. We know we're in busy airspace, so let's just say 5,000 initially. Make sure that the CDI is on GPS, so it follows the GPS flight plan. And yeah, we'll probably climb out at in flight level change, which is the safest way to do it. So let's come over here to our little phone. We can get the chocks off. Let's see, did we take the engine covers off yet? Yeah, we did. Let's make sure everything else, no pitot tube covers or anything. All right, cool. So that looks decent. So we're pretty much ready to go here. We just got to get her buttoned up in the back. We'll remove the red carpet and let's get her buttoned up in the back, shall we? All right, cool. All buttoned up there. And let's see if we're missing anything here. Okay, 5 seconds. Push gen. All right. This thing is pretty easy to fly. It's not really much to it. Fuel boost. We'll come here. We'll get our beacons on. If I can find the right switch. All right, there we go. Beacons can come on. We'll come down on the tunes for right now till we get up in the air. Zato. What's up, Zato? Rhea says, I'm joining this flight. Roger that. We are on the ramp getting ready to start, and our call sign is November 510 Hotel Sierra. Dre says, go unrestricted. I knew you was gonna say that. You the king of unrestricted. You are the king. All right, so we'll get windshield heating on. That's all good. Oxygen, that's fine. So we'll come down here. And we'll get ready to start number the right engine. N2's coming up. And we'll introduce fuel at about 10 to 15%. Now this airplane does have some pretty awesome sounds default. However, this is the FT Sim sound pack for it. This airplane isn't overwhelmingly loud. The default pack is too loud. Alright, so we'll start the left engine. Watching that ITT. Watching the N2, 10%. And we'll introduce fuel. It's warning us about pitot heat, so let's get that on just as soon as we get the engines up. Over to Unicom 22.8. We'll squawk uh-oh, what did I click? Almost started transferring fuel. We'll squawk 2200 and we'll go, yeah, we're altitude reporting. We'll go standby for right at the moment. Let's see, what else do we need to adjust? We want our wind. No wind data at the moment. And that's all good. Alright, cool. Now what I did forget to look up was a speed chart for this thing. Okay, pitot heats can come on now. And we'll go ahead and set take off approach flaps. And does this thing have a... I thought it had a trim indicator on his at one point. Man, my phone just died. Yeah, I thought we had a trim indicator on here, but apparently we don't. Make sure traffic. Yeah, I don't see anything changing there. It's been a minute. So we'll get that trim about centered. We won't run too much since we don't know exactly where it's at. Alright, left and right gens can come on, that's fine. Avionics is on. Fuel boost pumps can come off.
Pull up.
Who is that? Who is that? Ricky P. Yeah, I'm on with mine's is set to auto, Ricky. So I couldn't tell you which one I was on. It doesn't matter really which server you're on anyways. Welcome to the stream though, bro. Welcome to the Leo Sticks family. No visible moisture and the temps are good, so we don't have to worry about any anti-ice. We've got windshield heating on. Pitot heat is on. Beacon anti-collision lights, we don't need it. We'll get the wing inspection lights on. And air conditioning can come on, and we'll put that thing on. I guess not. Alright, that's all good. And what is this? That must be like the EOT. Anywho, alright, let's get ready to get up out of here. What we can do also is set, let me pull my charts back up before we get ready to rock and roll. And let's just cross our T's and dot our I's right quick. We're looking at 093 on the runway heading. So we'll set that now. All right, cool. That's set. Altitude is set. We'll do an initial vertical speed of about 22 or so 100 feet. And we'll pitch for speed. We'll climb out at, I don't know, whatever seems legit. We don't have any speed chart for this aircraft. We'll have to find one. And we can go, where's my taxi light? Let's land, and there we go. All right, taxi light can come on. And let's make our call and we'll be out. Did we set altimeters? We did not. Let's set altimeters, which is 29 or 9 or 4, so not far off, but we'll set them anyway. Cool. No knob. Oh, here we go. Okay, that one was set. That's good. All right. So we're pretty much ready to rock and roll, boys. He says he's on runway 9. Roger that, bro. Alright, this Tango. Okay. And Miami Opa-Locka traffic. Citation November 510 Hotel Sierra will be taxiing from South FBO to runway 9er left via taxiway Tango, November 1 Opa-Locka traffic. Alright, there's our call on VATSIM. And let's see, where's our brakes here? Alright, brakes are release. I will say this thing has some kind of electronic engine control, so you'll kind of hear it making its adjustments based on, it's almost like fly-by-wire for the engines, if that makes sense to my aviation friends. So you'll hear it commanding certain little changes in the engine. And we'll slow this thing down. This thing is notoriously fast. It's a rocket ship for real. So, don't really need much more than idle for taxi. But you'll see when we try to add just a little bit of thrust, sometimes you'll hear a little pitch change, like it's wanting to make minute adjustments. Let's get this thing in the air. Roger that, bro. So we'll keep control of that speed. Where's my ground speed at in this thing? 500 there, that's 11. Oh, there's my V speeds right there. I guess it's automatic. Oh, there's my ground speed, 14, 15 knots. That's cool. I forgot to start Pack X too, but it's all good. It is all good. So we're on Tango now. We'll take this all the way to the end. And we'll get the flight controls cam on for you so we don't forget. If I can stay on the center line. There's There's Riz there, I think. Said he spawned on the runway. Which that's probably not a good idea to spawn on the runway. But I get it, you was trying to get up and get going. Appreciate you tagging along, brother. The boys will tell you it's something we often do. Man, why can't I keep this thing straight? This thing is really quiet. And it just wants to taxi freaking fast as well. We did have a little thrust in her. Roger that, Ricky. Alright, so we're coming up and approaching this taxiway intersection. We're looking for November 1 for the 4-link departure here. There was some slight weather in the area, but I don't think it's gonna be cause for concern. Alright, here's November 1. Runway 9er left is identified. And we'll hold it short since we have traffic on the runway. And it looks like we may have traffic on final as well. So we'll hold it short here. See what this we can get out before them. And Miami Opa-Locka traffic, Cessna November 510 Hotel Sierra is holding short of runway 9er left for departure, Opa-Locka traffic. For departing traffic, correction, Opa-Locka. And Miami Opa-Locka traffic, Cessna November 510 Hotel Sierra is lining up and waiting for departing traffic, Opa-Locka. All right, boys, let's line up. Final approach is clear. He is up. So we'll give him a little bit of spacing since we are smaller than him. We don't want to get into his wake turbulence. However, we could probably get up before flying through his wake turbulence. So that's probably what we'll try to do. All right, landing lights on. All right, cool. That's all good. And Miami Opa-Locka traffic, Cessna November 510 Hotel Sierra is departing runway 9er left on the GLADS 2 departure, Opa-Locka. All right, spool them up. We'll try to get that takeoff, that toga detent. Brakes release. Airspeed is alive. Slight forward pressure on the yoke. There's 80 knots. There she is. She's wanting to fly. Positive rate gear can come up. Yaw damper can come on. Autopilot can come on. And we'll flight level change it. Flaps can come up. Oh, my thing just came off. Hold on. Pull the speed back a little bit. And Opa-Locka traffic. November 510 Hotel Sierra is clear of runway 9 left departing on the Glads 2. Final call, Opa-Locka. Alright, we'll turn on course here in a second. I gotta fix my flap axis. Alright, cool. Coming through 3,000 feet, 4,000 feet. Trying to zoom this thing out so I can see. And let's go direct to Gator. We'll jump into nav mode. That'll start bringing us around here. That'll give us some spacing as well. We'll watch our speed and we'll continue our climb on up. Flight level changes at 245. Try not to bust that speed limit there. And we'll continue our climb on up to final cruise. They could make the scroll wheel a lot faster. But we'll send it on up to flight level 360. Alright, 360 set. We'll go back into climb thrust. That'll bring climb rate on up. Look at that, right on up almost to 2,000 foot a minute, which is cool. As we turn on course here. Beautiful departure though, coming through 6,400 feet. Some mean looking clouds in the area. No controllers on your VATSIM. Yeah, there's nobody logged on right now, but it's still customary to make your calls. Miami's kind of busy area. Are you signed in, or are you saying you don't see anybody? Surely you see somebody. You saw me. I am getting some traffic off of our left side here. They are below us though. Down at, yeah, they're below us down at, they're on the ground at Miami. So we're over top of Miami International right now. So this plane, the Mustang, the Cessna 510 Mustang, isn't overwhelmingly fast, but it is a nice, efficient, light biz jet that'll get you there. Faster than Twin. think she's got a service ceiling of 41,000 feet. Man, cutting through these clouds is freaking amazing. Dre said the same thing. Clouds look amazing. Definitely, bro. And I'll give it to him. Like at first, Microsoft Clouds did not impress me. It was kind of like how X-Plane is now. It's like it didn't impress me. But then we got enhanced skyscapes for 11, and it started. Remember, Dre, you remember my X-Plane's Cloud started looking like this, and I was happy. Now we're back at square one with X-Plane's 12's clouds. However, the IDC lighting mod Lewis script plugin does change it, and it is looking better. It's looking a lot more believable, and it's looking pretty good. Yeah, roger that, Ricky. So I mean, what it is we just probably don't have much traffic down here right now. Let's see what we got. Let me pull up VAT Spy. No, I don't want to download an update right now. Let's see, we want map. Let's see, where are we at? Yeah, see, it's not much traffic down here. Here you are, and here I am. Dude. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. You and I have the same name. Yeah, so it's, other than this Frontier flight, we're the only ones down in the area at the moment. So that's why you're not seeing much. I do have a traffic plugin, so I am getting some other traffic as well. All right, let's see where we're at. All right, we're coming through 10,000. We'll go ahead and let's see if we can increase the speed a little bit. I don't think we're gonna get much out of her. We'll do 270 knots. Give her a little more. She'll get to 270, and then she'll continue her climb. And landing lights can come off, and we'll do wing inspection lights off as well. All right, boys, we're through the thick of the weather. That's back behind us, so we're looking good on the climb as of right now. There's a continuance in climb coming on up through 16, 1700, 1800 foot a minute, 19, 2000 foot a minute. So yeah, like I said, this thing can climb. It'll get you up there. Coming out over the Florida Everglades, a horrible place to go down right now if we had to. We'll get that out of your way. And you know what that means, boys. Above 10,000, the boom boom room shall open. We'll get back on some tunes. And we on the way. Oof. Already we see the west coast of Florida and the Gulf of Mexico. So we'll be out over the water here in a moment. We got a chat tomorrow for Friday morning stream prep. Roger. Hey, I hit you up afterwards. That's honestly where I ain't got nothing else to do tonight. I think I may only do this one leg, bro, and then we can definitely chat it up. I don't know. It depends on how everything goes. But I was really considering only doing this one leg. Oh snap. Yo, we slipping. We ain't even squawking mode. Charlie. Remember, we never turned it on. Transponder, we'll go altitude reporting now. Alright, we good to go now. Where's my, here we go. 20 knot headwind, so we into the wind right now. That's gonna slow us down a bit. So yeah, as we get higher, the vertical speed is gonna fall off a bit. Like I said, this plane isn't the fastest in the world, so you just gotta manage those throttles. We're back in the climb detent right now. And we're actually going faster over the ground. If we slow her down a bit, back to about 250, we'll have a little bit more on the climb. Which, let's see, we'll actually do that. Let's slow her back. Slow her back to about 250. That'll give us a little bit more on the climb. 4,700, but she should level out a little bit. Start bringing that down as we yeah, there she is coming down as she tries to capture 250. That's actually what it calls for, is a max of 250 on that. We was actually exceeding that recommendation there, so but we looking good so far. Gulf of Mexico out in front of us, which is another body of water that I care not to have to go in and drink with an emergency. Getting ready to come through transition. I think that's our boy out in front of us, already way up there. So yeah, we're getting about 1,200 foot a minute right now, and that's fine. I thought that push-in should reset to standard, but it doesn't. Alright, so we looking good. We'll ride her on up to 360. Oh yeah, start clock too. Yeah, that time has sailed. That ship has sailed. That ship has sailed, homie. Yeah, it's a habit of mine too, bro. Always forget to start the clock. Just like I do the replay. That's the one single thing that's gonna blow you about Microsoft, is remembering to start. Like some of them you have to actually hit the record button. Some of the different replay systems. So that's what I like most about X-Plane, is the replay. That it's automatic. You just go and start it. Like it's like it allows you to go back at any point. man. Look at that water. Well, I hate to go down there, man. All them damn snakes and gators down there. Yeah, roger that. There's a couple of quality of life things for us X-Plane guys that we're used to, you know. When you come over here to Microsoft, it takes some getting used to, but once you get used to it, it's just like, it's just like anything else. The same mistakes you make in frickin' X-Plane you make over here. Forgetting to start the clock, or the replay crashing is the same thing as forgetting to start the replay over here. X-Plane 11 or X-Plane 12's replay crashing is the same thing as forgetting to start it over here. Ricky says, which is better, X-Plane or Microsoft? You know, I'll be honest. When Microsoft first came out, I kind of fed into the Sim Wars. I'm not going to feed into the Sim Wars here because I enjoy them both. And the fact that we both have, as a simmer, we have multiple options out here. I believe that keeps these companies honest. In the sense that they're always trying to innovate. Microsoft goes above and beyond with their scenery. When you have developers like PMDG and Phoenix and things that do a custom flight model of an aircraft to get around Microsoft's limitations, it's a win-win. I enjoy Microsoft in the sense that I don't have to mess around with ortho or anything like that. My scenery is just there, it looks good, and I had to do nothing special. X-Plane, I always have to worry about where I'm gonna fly. Mostly my X-Plane is restricted to flying in the United States because I have ortho covering the whole United States. Occasionally, you know, I've got like Orbix for the UK and stuff like that, but I find myself having to really worry about where I'm gonna fly an X-Plane. However, I mean, I've been stuck on Microsoft for the last few months because, again, just the simplicity of I don't have to worry about ortho. I can jump in an aircraft and go, and I know that it's gonna look good. I am big on the realism, but I'm also big on the visuals. I see a lot of people that talk about, well, yeah, X-Plane's flight dynamics are superior, which they kinda are. But when you get aircraft like PMDG, custom flight models and things like that, it's not so superior anymore. So in a sense, I enjoy that we have competition. I can't pick a winner of which one is my favorite. I'll say that I enjoy flying Microsoft because of simplicity's sake. But every now and then, just like a few days ago, you caught me back over in X-Plane because I wanted to fly the MD-11. There's still planes over there that I don't have. For as beautiful as Microsoft is, X-Plane can go and do a lot more as far as optimization. Now, some people is running fine, but I'll be fine. I'll be truthful with you in the sense that X-Plane 12 is even, it's just something that's not optimized on it with my system. And so every now and then I'll have hiccups. Not saying that I don't have hiccups on Microsoft as well, but like if you go back and watch my MD-11 stream, you know, I explain it. I'm like, I don't know what it is about a certain point in time where I look a certain direction, my frame's a tank for some odd reason. But if I swap views, it's like, all right, there's 60 frames. I can't understand it for the life of me. And my computer isn't a low-end computer. I have a 3080 Ti along with a 10900K overclocked at 5 gigahertz. So, and I'm not streaming on one computer. Like, I run a dual PC streaming setup. So there's no reason that you know, things should be overworked at all. D-Champ, welcome aboard, bro. Good to see you. Dre says, I agree with your take on sim opinion, bro. The sims all have a place for me in my book. Yeah, and I agree. I even thought about getting P3D at one point right before Microsoft came out, but I started finding out exactly how much money I would have had to have put in it to make it look good. And X-Plane is kind of the same way, but there are a lot of free options there with V-States and Ortho and things like that. And even the org with a lot of freeware options. But P3D is the place to go for the aircraft. They have the aircraft. But Microsoft is getting there. I'm excited for this month. This month they have the expert level, study level ATR 72 coming out, which I'm absolutely can't wait for. Simply because we don't have a Dash 8 in Microsoft. ATR is the next best thing. And honestly, a lot of places are phasing the Dash 8 out. You still see a lot of ATR operations, from FedEx to Silver Airways right down there in South Florida. I'll be happy if I get my hands on an ATR. Then we also have, see, look at the climb rate fall off at 250. So we'll have to start bringing that speed back a little more. We'll bring it down to about 230. And then once we get up to cruise, we'll be able to bump that back up. But yeah, we got what, the Bluebird 757 on the way sometime this year. It's a bunch of stuff coming out. This is going to be a really good year for Microsoft in general. And I'm excited. You know, Microsoft has a lot of arcadey moments, but it's my opinion that Microsoft is what you make it. It's how you fly the aircraft. It's how you simulate things. And actually what I found out is that a lot of the twitchiness with the some of the aircraft, like in the PMDG when I first flew that, just turning with the rudder, even in the Phoenix, it was like really quick. And I'm like, that don't feel right. It honestly takes a lot of response curve adjusting to get it to handle sluggish like it should. I haven't seen anybody talk about that as far as your controls and stuff like that in Microsoft. When I learned that and I started doing that, my aircraft aren't like anymore. It's a graceful, you can almost feel the weight of the aircraft as you taxi around and things like that. I think in the long run, honestly, if you want my true and honest opinion, you say, you know, what's my favorite? Like I said, I'm not going to pick a favorite, but I do think that Microsoft is onto something. As long as they keep their word and they don't abandon their people like they did with Microsoft Flight, I think that more developers will start to leave and move over to Microsoft, because that's where the player base is going. Now, granted, X-Plane is superior in the flight model. It's superior what Austin is trying to do. He's passionate about it, but where I think he will lose is that he does not necessarily care about the graphics. He does not necessarily care about the eye candies. He does not necessarily care about the scenery. And in 5-6 years time, you know, if you think this is realistic looking, it's only going to get better with the next sim and the next sim. And you know, at the end of the day, I don't think that we can keep playing a sim where its graphics look like it's from 2004. Now, I'll be honest, when I load up X-Plane fresh off of coming from Microsoft. I'm sitting there on the ramp and I'm just like, oh, look at the aliasing. Look at, it looks horrible. It's like, ugh. Like, I had to come over here to fly the MD-11. It's just like, oh my goodness, it looks horrible. Then I get up in the air and I'm like, it's not half bad. It looks kind of decent. And I'm like, it looks convincing. But, you know, it all comes down to what, you know, what the developers, the direction that they take it. And that goes for any sim. Hey, appreciate you, Dre. The scenery add-ons is what got me hooked on Microsoft. They got the MD-11 on Microsoft. Yeah, but the MD-11 that's out now is trash. It's not worthy of your money, in my opinion. TDFI has an MD-11 in development, and it should actually be releasing at some point this year too. That is going to be the rotate of Microsoft there. Let's see where we at. Climbing slow as hell. Look at this, boys. 400 foot a minute. I regret flying this plane now. I know that we're going a bit faster than what's recommended on the climb. I think it was about 180 or something, but I am trying to keep a bit of ground speed. You know what I mean? So, all right, let me see here. How do I... There was a way to go to... Flight plan. Nope, that's not it. How do you, I forgot where you go to view your VNAV information. Let's see, next ray, back, map options, back. There was a way to do it on this thing and I can't remember. Oh, there's the standard barrel button right there. Flight plan VNAV will be at bottom of G1000 and middle screen. Okay. Let's see. Flight plan. Ah, okay, there we go. Yeah, we ain't even got up to cruise yet, so. Yeah, we're still actually, technically we are still on the lulls as our transition out of the SID. We ain't even got out of the SID yet, technically. So I'm actually and we're full of fuel. We are 100% full, so we're a little bit heavy for this plane. So I'm actually just bringing on back to 190. That should keep us going for a second. I ain't trying to go all the way down. Middle MFD, yeah, I got you, Dre. I got it right there. It's not gonna start giving us nothing until we get up to top of climb. Yeah, constraints were already in there. I take a peep at that. Out over the Gulf of Mexico, where things down there bite you. I think this is why I don't fly this plane much. It just climbs too damn slow. It's a fun plane for hops, but I mean, I guess this is a hop. It's not really that far, but God, does it take a minute to get up there? Excuse me. Dre, actually, if you want, bro, while we talking about Friday, man, we could actually try to get you set up on here if you want. I know we've been meaning to do that. So I'm with that if you with it, bro. I don't know exactly what you need, but we can definitely go through a few things. My webcam. Let me check that out right quick. Light. It was just some light. I needed a little bit more light, that's all. Now, Dre, you supposed to tell me my webcam was fizzing like a freshly opened soda. Okay, bet. Yeah, so we'll keep this at just this one leg for the night, and then we'll have the homie out. Yeah, right. You know how I am, bro. My OCD kicking in. Once I looked up and saw the soda fizz, I'm like, oh, we gotta fix it. We gotta fix it. Oh my God, this climb is just drug out. Well, I don't know if you noticed, if you go back maybe 4 or 5 streams ago, I did something different. I was usually running my webcam through the webcam software and then in the OBS, and I couldn't figure out, and I thought I had to do that because for some reason OBS wouldn't pick. I got 3 of the same webcams. OBS would only pick up 2 of them, and I thought, all right, well, maybe there's a limitation inside OBS or whatever. But if you go back like 5 streams, my webcam even wasn't this crisp. It looked okay, but it wasn't this crisp. It wasn't this crisp until I figured out that I didn't have to run it, and that there was another program of the same Logitech program that was also running that was causing the issue. And so I would close both of those programs, and now OBS sees all 3 cameras. So running it directly through OBS gives me the crispness, you know, that I'm looking for, at least on my webcams. And it's easier on the key. Like, I couldn't understand why it was so hard for me to key out my green screen and stuff running it through that program. But yeah, running it straight through OBS, adding the chroma key to the background, straight crisp like that. Need to configure your joints too. Yeah, roger that. Almost there, boys. Almost a cruise. I swear that is the longest climb up the cruise I've ever had. Goddamn TBM climbs quicker than this thing. And we are in a Toga D10, by the way, I think. Or maybe we're not. Yeah, we're not even full throttle. That's what it is, I think. Oh, y'all didn't even see what I just did. Y'all didn't see what I just did. I swear y'all didn't see what I just did. We shut down our number 2 engine. By mistake, actually. Okay, let's level the plane out before we lose too much speed. Number 2 is coming back up. Yeah, clicking on that damn thing actually letting hit the... I'm gonna actually start a slight descent here. I'm glad this thing starts easy. And we'll start back up. I don't know where. I think we're in the climb detent. Maybe she won't go into the toga detent. I ain't gonna mess with her again because yeah, we just almost got late on that one. Yeah, we just almost got late on that one, boys. Accidentally shut that damn engine down. Yeah, we got it restarted, bro. I'll be back, bro. Hubby and daddy do desire. Roger that. Ooh, that was a lucky one. Alright, so we're finally almost to cruise. I wonder why this thing don't get... Oh, I guess it's plane dependent. I have problems sometimes out of other aircraft, not... Maybe that they haven't added contrails to this one yet. I don't know. But we should be contrail. Should be contrail. Damn it, I ain't mean to do that. Go to boom boom room, roger that. Roger that. Boom boom check in.
Live at 5.
What's up, bro?
Not much. What are you up to?
Struggling to climb up to 360 to get down here to Mexico.
It usually helps if you have 2 engines.
I know, right? Alright, we almost there, boys.
I'm slowly catching up behind you.
Yeah, I had no idea that you took off. What are you in?
I was stalking you for a little bit. I'm in the visitor jet.
Okay, how you like that thing?
I don't know. I mean, it's pretty good. I was just trying to find something that wasn't gonna overpass you, but can keep up. So it's pretty good so far.
Right, this thing is slow, man. Once she gets up there, she's not bad, but that's the one problem with the Mustang. It's not fast at all.
What are you doing across the ground?
Right now 221, but we're at 170, climbing just about to level off in about 200 or so feet.
Copy that. I'm trying to see where mine is. 1 sec.
Roger, roger. Ricky P, we're on VATSIM, bro. If you have, I don't know what sim you're in, but if you got X Pilot or V Pilot, tune the frequency 12345 is the boom boom frequency that we use during our group flights. That is the frequency that we're on. We're using the radios in the actual airplanes to communicate, bro. All right, so we are finally at cruise, and look, she is slowly accelerating, slowly. All right, so it's calling for top of drop in about 58 minutes, but that time is going to drop as we pick up speed. I definitely don't think it's going to be 58 minutes. But something here, though, I don't know why. Okay, so that's cruise. Okay, so maybe that is Toga. This jet is underpowered. There needs to be some edits made. The Cessna 510.
What's up, fellas? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, bro? The Cessna 510 and X-Plane. I don't have this problem with it. So there's something off with this model, I think. I mean, don't get me wrong. It is slow, but
It is a paver, right?
yeah, it's a payware. It was like 20 bucks.
Well, money bags over here. All right.
I had it for a while. I've flown it maybe once or twice.
Nice. What runway are you going for?
I do believe we're shooting the RNAV for runway 12, runway 12.
Cover that.
We're at 261.7 nautical miles to Cozumel.
You said 27 nautical miles?
260 nautical miles.
Okay, roger that. We're about 115 nautical behind you. So she's picking up speed slowly but surely. But we should be able to pick it up a little quicker than this. I mean, we still have 2,000 or so pounds of fuel on board, so that's gotta help out a little bit with this daggone. What was I trying to do here? Look at that, top of descent right out in front of us. However, that's not accurate because we still got 100 plus another 100. Yeah, that's not accurate. We'll ignore that. Yeah, we'll ignore that. Let's see here. So the blue ones is what it's targeting for the VNAV. So and it's not helping. We got almost a 80, almost a 90 knot headwind as well, slowing us down. These underpowered daggone engines. Yeah, so our actual descent is gonna be after this waypoint here, Curvu, closer to Emosa. So let's see, can we okay, it won't let me change the actual waypoint. So we'll just keep an eye on that. See where we're at. Okay, so yeah, it's picking up the next. So yeah, 47 minutes is our actual top of descent. Like I said, it's targeting the blue ones. I think there's a saying with the G1000, white is right and blue is true. So it's the blue ones that factor in your hard restrictions for your VNAV. So yeah, we're good. We'll cruise it out here for a second. And we have about 46 or so minutes until true topper drop. And let's get some other tunes on here. Okay, so we got us a little conga line going down here to Cozumel. This guy here is going to Cancun. He's in
Yes, I might not have a flight plan, but don't tell anyone.
777. You said what, Shadow?
I might not have a flight plan, so don't tell.
Yeah, you don't have a flight plan.
I just said don't tell anyone.
I didn't. I only said it to you. You don't have a flight plan.
There's another person on frequency. Great, my cover's blown.
No, he can't hear you.
Yeah, no.
Oh, we could hear him. We could definitely hear him.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to know that.
Well. So, is he really gonna get Microsoft?
Who you talking about?
Trey?
He's already got it.
You know we can do dual cockpit in that thing, right?
I did not, but yeah, he's already got it. He had it for a while. He's saying it's just easier for him because X-Plane is, X-Plane is what he knows as far as, how the UI and all of that crap work. So that's what I was going to do after the stream, walk him through and figure out also, what he was going to get, what planes he was going to get and things like that.
You got my message, right?
Something you sent tonight? Because if you sent it tonight, no, I just turned my phone back on, it died.
No, this was before. Let me see if I can find it. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got that one.
Okay, we can do shared flight with any of those planes. So,
Hey, send it to me in the Discord, DM.
done.
Roger.
Let me see what airplanes are compatible with the U controls, or your controls it's called. It's the shared cockpit thing.
It's called Your Controls?
Yeah, I'll send it to you on Discord as well.
Okay, Roger. Hey bro, I ain't even gonna lie to you. This is pretty dope. But yeah, this is like freaking Area 51 type shit.
Leave it at that.
Roger. Yo, big up Green. What's going on, big dog? We'll have a whole conversation about that off stream, Shadow.
For sure. They have the Honda jet in your controls. which is, and they have the Chancellor on your controls as well.
Nice.
The Seminole, the Seneca, they have a lot of like VFR planes too, dual engines and jets if we wanted to do it. I think we're in a little trouble with green light. I remember that we had to make a flight plan so we could do VFR flying.
Was that supposed to be tonight?
No, it wasn't tonight. We were supposed to get together and make a flight plan so we could fly VFR flights.
I was going to say, I don't know when, unless it's sometime this weekend, I don't know when I will be, you know, available. Unless it was sometime either this weekend or during the day or something. I knew I was streaming tonight. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow and Friday, so.
Yeah, oh no, that's fine, obviously. Yeah, I think we can try and aim for this weekend, see if Greenlight's available for it as well. And then we can try and do some type of VFR flying and do back and forth, like we'll do your area first, and then we'll do our area first so we have unfamiliar territories we're in.
Yeah, roger that. You all have to decide on what type of planes you are all going to fly. Roger that, Green. Roger that, broski. Slow ass damn plane.
As far as what airplanes we should decide to fly for Greenlight, I think it should really depend on like what we're comfortable with, like what do we want to do. Like there's the 172 that is really, really good and mimics everything. Or, you know, if we want to know more of like the airplane systems or cross-country planning, stuff like that.
Green says when you do VFR, we should make it so everyone points out a checkpoint. Okay, so you saying like everyone points out a checkpoint on their particular flight plan, or are we gonna have like a mutual checkpoint or something like that? We do look like we have a...
Technically, I believe if we do one flight plan, right, then what we can do is you make your own flight plan from A to B, right? And then what we do is with the checkpoints, you pick your own checkpoints, I pick my own checkpoints, we still fly the route, but you call your checkpoints and I call my own checkpoints, and then see what our times are at. The whole purpose is to like do the calculations, because Microsoft is actually pretty accurate with like calculating each point. Like, oh, the next point's gonna be 5 minutes, the next point's gonna be 11 minutes. Like, I've done many cross countries on Microsoft, and it was really good with the time.
Roger, roger. We should make a group plan together so everyone can point out checkpoints. and really learn. So Green says we should make a group plan together so everyone can point out checkpoints and really learn.
Echo.
You copy that, Shadow?
You respect us.
I said Green says we should make a group plan together so everyone can point out checkpoints and really learn.
Copy that to both of you, because you posted it again, but I got it.
And we should not use GPS, completely visual. I'm with that.
I'm with that, that's fine. That's the only reason why I use Microsoft is because it is so damn accurate with the visual waypoints.
I agree.
And I'm very against Microsoft because it's so arcadey, right? But when you add the realism mods and the improvement mods to the planes, it's doable.
Definitely, I agree with you there. Yeah, default nothing in Microsoft. Default nothing as far as aircraft. Like that daggone FlySimware Chancellor, badass. The freaking Milviz Cessna 310, badass. Even the I think it's the Black Square or something. The analog overhaul for the King Air and the Cessna 208. Nothing but good things about them, dude.
Dang, okay.
So that was probably gonna be my next little upgrades. I'm gonna get the overhaul for the King Air and the Cessna 208 Grand Caravan.
Those would be nice to fly.
Yeah, it comes with a whole bunch of different gauge options, complete rework of the engine, freaking. The only thing left default is the visual shell of the airplane.
Copy. Yeah, it's the way the shell works is just. Yeah, I mean that's exactly what the mod I just sent you the description of to buy it. That one is the outside of it looks amazing, but the inside of it just looks it's completely different systems.
Right. I'm checking it out now. Okay, yeah. So this is one of the mods that I seen. This is one of them that I seen.
I mean, I'm down with Greenland. Like I'm down to learn with just VORs or just visual reference, right? I believe it's piloted, right?
Yeah, and he says if you learn without GPS, strengthen your VFR skills just in case technology goes out. High probability it won't, but it can. Yeah, like it did Green on stream the last time. Everything went out for him, and I think he was in an Airbus.
Dang.
I have the 182 turbo in Microsoft. It's the Coronado one, Green. Oh, he was in the CRJ.
Yeah,
okay.
I have the CRJ and the 182 as well.
No, I think he was saying it was the CRJ where he lost all systems. I think it was last stream when that happened.
Oh boy, I want to fly the CRJ. I really want to learn how to fly that one. Greenlight, you should really check out the auction down in Phoenix right now. They have a Highway Patrol 172 right now going on auction.
Yo, what up, Aviation Geek? Says, I just got home from 15 hours of plane spotting in Nashville. Nice. You gonna upload some of that? Some of that? So that off our left side is Cuba. We're just west of Havana. Dang, man, I picked the wrong direction to fly. 85 knots on the nose. 258 knots across the ground. And we're about 30 minutes or so.
I'm doing 250 knots.
On top of drop. And why are my engines fluctuating like this? Alright, there we go. Okay, so there's our top of drop there. What year model? Okay, it's really nice. The Flying 182. Let me see something here. I need to. Alright, let me try to make this right quick. Let's go add text. Okay, Roger, Aviation Geek. I'll check in 1 microsecond, bro. Trying to make this little thing right quick, y'all. Damn, did I not install that font? Oh, here we go. Okay, so that's that. Let's come here, go outline, back, like so. We do a gradient. Here we go. Select color. Where is... here we are. It's not supposed to do that. Transform. Let's go to settings right quick. I don't know, Green. I was supposed to be helping Dre with his Microsoft. Where it stands right now, no. I wasn't necessarily decided, but we kind of signed on to those plans earlier in the stream. So I'll tell you what, I'll call him and see what, when we land, give him a call and see what he wants to do. Where the hell is this daggone thing? Ending on there. All right, here we go. Apply. All right, cool. Oh no, it's the wrong button. God damn it. It's supposed to be 3. And we gotta add filter. Pilot Porter, what it do, broski? Welcome to the stream. Take moms home and I'll join you, Roger that, Green. Also, did you see the bottom hand right corner of the cockpit instruments? I wonder what that is. I don't know. Are you talking about something else, Shadow? Color correction, opacity, 2500, and we'll add out color correction, opacity. There we go. Cool. Now, I just got to go back to settings. My bad. I was trying to make something in this daggone OBS window right quick for y'all. Well, not for y'all, but on air. So it's going to be that apply. Okay. I don't know why it's not. Oh, you know why? I need to remove the other hotkey. So, there we go. All right, cool. And now how the hell do I get out of, oh, there we go. All right, cool. All right, we're about 13 minutes from top of drop, boys. And your boy Leo is gonna run to the head and get something to drink and get set up for this approach into Cozumel. We do have scenery for Cozumel, so first time flying in there, so hopefully it's all good. All right, give me 5 minutes. I'll be right back with you, and we'll get set up for the top of drop. All right, boys, we back. We are back. Somebody said, Career Ocean says, is this plane decent? Welcome aboard, Career Ocean. I think so. It's not super study level, but I mean, the plane is simple enough as it is that there's not really much to it. Working Title adds most of the functionality of this aircraft with the G1000. So yeah, in that sense, if you want something that can get up quick, program it quick, I'd say it's worth it. It's only like 20 bucks, 25 bucks. My only gripe with it is that these buttons down here don't work, and it's just a stupid awkward angle to try to get your camera angle to a position to where you can see your screen when programming and operate the knobs. However, like I said, Working Title has a functionality that you can click up there and use your keyboard to type in, so you're not scrolling through every letter. So yeah. I think with Working Title's functionality to the systems, I think it's definitely worth it. And the add of FT-Sim sound pack for it. Alright, just under 7 minutes till top of drop. We'll pull up our chart here. Let's see what we got going on. This is weird. It didn't give me... I don't have a chart for the arrival. Navigraph is not giving me a chart for the arrival. That's crazy. Hold on, add to route. Aviation Geek says, saw a 744 freighter do a go around today. It was sweet. Nice. Please tell me you got footage of that one. Alright, let's do this. We're gonna go .MEDAR MMCZ. Okay, roger that. That damn thing is frozen like nobody's business. 3 minutes. Now I don't remember if this plane will automatically follow the vertical track, so we're going to try it and see. We'll lower our altitude down to the bottom, 1,600 feet, and we'll engage the vertical track button, and it should follow the restrictions down. At least with the working title installed. You should let me love you. God damn, my finger tapped scrolling. Okay. Alright, so about a minute, it should tell us vertical track. To let us know our top of drop is coming in. We should get a vertical deviation bar that pops up. Oh, you guys just coming in, man, make sure y'all smash that thumbs up button for me. Y'all know it helps the smaller guys out like myself. And if you're here and enjoying the content and are not yet subscribed to the channel, consider doing so. There's our vertical deviation there. Yeah, consider subscribing to the channel. If you aren't in the Discord, the link is in the description to join the Discord, or alternatively you can type !Discord in chat and it will give you our Discord. You can find us on Discord a lot, doing some off-stream stuff, streaming on Discord and hanging out with the fellas. Alright, let's press this button here and see what happens. Okay, V path. Let's see if it does what it's supposed to do. Okay, so it has a target vertical speed set as well. Let's see if she starts down on the vertical path. There it is. Nice. Okay. All right, working title. I see you, working title. It's been a minute. I think I've flown this plane a handful of times. Alright, so we are vacating cruise. Let's take a look back on the guys back here. God damn, why does everything take so damn long to zoom out? Alright, here I go. There's Shadow back there, 30,000. He should be coming up top of descent here soon. Coming into beautiful Cozumel, Mexico. Do have a little bit of weather in the area, but shouldn't be too much of a factor getting in here. Got some rain or something settling right over Cozumel itself and Cancun. We'll be coming over the top of Cancun. And when we land, we'll run some replays, and while we're doing that, we'll call Dre and see, because he disappeared. He said he had to go do daddy duties and husband duties. So we'll find out how long he would be if he did want to do some Microsoft setting up and stuff. We know we'll have like a 90 knot tailwind if we decide to go back to Fort Myers. I think I just knocked my camera. Hold on, let me. Alright, cool. Alright, so we on the way down, boys. Hey, Shadow, you got me?
Copy.
Yeah, we started down. We just passed our top of descent about 2 minutes ago. So we're coming through flight level 304 now.
Copy that. I'm at 310. I'm still trying to figure out how to do the top of descent on the G3000, so I've been trying to figure that out.
I can't remember what the G3000 looks like.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, HD? Good to see you, bro. Stopping by with the like. As always, appreciate you, brother. Good to see you, homie. Glad you're doing well. All right, boys, so most of you know, Boom Boom Room shuts down at 10,000. Landing lights come on. Put your drinks and your women away. And whatever else you may have. Have your passports ready, because we are entering the country of Mexico. And if you get stuck, I don't have bail money for you. So I'm letting you boys know, Aviation Geek, no gambling in Mexico.
Alright, I'm diverting if you have no bail money.
Put your cockpit lizards away. Hey, no cockpit lizards on this airplane. It is all just freshness from every walk of life. I think Green the only one that carries around the cockpit lizards from what I heard. Flying on a private jet, you get private premium service, if you know what I mean. Here at Leo Sticks Airways. I don't really want to. 3-0. Get a room. Spawner Salmon, what it do, broski? Good to see you. We are descending into Cozumel. Welcome aboard. Have your passport ready. Remember, boys, Boom Boom Room shuts down at 10K. Once we get the landing lights on, everybody is to be on their best behavior in Mexico, because Leo does not have bail money. I know who do got bail money. Aviation Geeks got all of the bail money, all of the daggone sky miles. You better cash in some of them joints. So yeah, those clouds out in front of us is just a little bit of weather, I believe, on next rad here that we're seeing out in front of us. Looking like just some rain showers, a little thunderstorm cell there. Should be no factor. We should be pretty decent to get in here. Still on vertical path, so that's good. Airplane is following that nicely. Coming through flight level 244. Local altimeter is 29990. We'll get a last couple of outside shots here before we get up in here. Uh-oh, Smana Salmon getting timed out. Get a grip. Streamlabs is just being Streamlabs. Hey, we have cap protection on. That's what it is. It only allows an X amount of percent of your message to be all caps before it will give you a slap on the wrist. There are a lot of people that don't like caps, man. Don't ask me, but sometimes caps can be considered as you're yelling. Not everybody can be a golf ball of hell, you know. You do have some snowflakes in the world that it just triggers, so. Captain Will, welcome aboard just in time, homie, as we descend into Cozumel, Mexico. I will warn you, like I've warned everyone else on board right now. At 10,000, the boom boom room is shut down. You got to put your women away, get your passport out, put your drinks, dump them out, whatever you got to do. I do not have bail money for y'all, so act like you got some sense when we land and see all of these beautiful coconuts. Shadow, you stupid, bro. Shadow done found the loophole. Would be Shadow. Yeah, so I personally, Leo Sticks personally does not have bail money. Aviation Geeks got all of the bail money. So if you intend on doing some messing up, roll with Aviation Geek. Alright, coming through flight level 198 as we head on down. Why is this thing laggy like that? My Volanta is wigging out. This is Microsoft. All right, local altimeter set 29990. I'm surprised that didn't get timed out, bro. I mean, yep, there it is. There it is. There it is. Let me see. Let me see if I can take a look at it right quick. Cloudbot. Preferences. Yeah, so this is what it's set to right now. I didn't really change anything. So right now, under caps protection, min amount of caps is 5, max amount of caps is 20. So, and then the max percent, like if 60% of your message is caps, I think that's very generous. All right, we'll just say 75. We'll save that. That'll give y'all a little bit more leeway. That'll give you boys a little bit more leeway. Okay, so once we pass over Cancun, we'll get ready to activate our approach here. Get y'all in the mood to do some messing up in Cozumel, boys. Hey, come on. Salute. I'm stupid. Alright, we're gonna have to pull those throttle levers back here in a second. Dang, my daggone eyes been itching the last 2 days. Alright, let's go ahead and pull them on back a little bit. Not to burn through that 10,250 restriction. Coming through the little bit of rain and weather over Cozumel, over Cancun right now. Ooh, the cloud surfing looks freaking gorgeous, boys. Not even lying to you. Alright, we're gonna start slowing the airplane down. And let's see if we can't activate this approach. Procedures. Activate vectors to final, and I just screwed all the way up. Alright, let's go heading mode. Of course, this damn thing is slow as all outside. And we'll go vertical speed. $1,700 a minute. We should have just went activate approach instead of Oh, look at those little baby speed brakes working. All right, below 10,000, let's come off of the music. Pay attention to what we're doing. Let's vector ourselves around to the right a wee bit. Try to get an extended downwind here. Yeah, we should have just activated the approach instead of activating vectors to final. That's where we messed up at. But it's all good. We'll keep the descent coming on down. And make sure we got landing lights on. Wing lights can come on as well. All right, Shadow, I'm going over to Unicom. Still fixing to be a gorgeous approach into Cozumel. So we're on pretty much an extended base. As we get a little bit closer, we'll probably turn final here. Or not final, but we'll vector ourselves out a little bit. Haven't flown the plane in a while. I want to get a taste for the approach speeds and whatnot. Thinking about 90 knots, 90 to 100. We're just gonna self-vector in here. Alright, so let's bring that speed on back. And what I want to do is see how the airplane acts on the RNAV. So we're going to try to recapture the GPS. Like I said, I've only flown this plane a handful of times. I don't believe I've done an RNAV in it. I know she captures the loc and glide decently. So which is why we're trying to get an extended final here. I was going to say, that looks like some rain curtains out in front. See, that's my favorite part of Microsoft. You can see the rain shafts freaking coming down. That's freaking... At least I think those are rain shafts. Yeah, it's got to be rain shafts. I just saw some rain on the windshield a second ago. Yeah, we're in the rain. All right, there's a level off there at 1600. And Cozumel traffic. Cessna November 510 Hotel Sierra is left base for the RNAV 12 approach, Cozumel. gonna try to intercept our path here and then go back over to what's the name? But see, what worries me here is that I don't know. I don't really know how I was gonna fly this because we have altitudes that's missing. It's like from the final approach fix straight down to the runway, and there are no altitudes there. So what is it really following? But we'll see. Alright, let's bring that speed on back. Bring it on back to about 180-ish. And now I'm going to start the replay. Hey, it didn't freeze us. Alright, so we'll jump back on nav and see if it captures our route here. It does. And we'll go, yeah, it won't let us engage VPath because we screwed that up. Okay, I've had this happen before, so we'll have to hand fly it in. And Cozumel traffic is Cessna November 510 Hotel Sierra 12-mile final RNAV 12 approach Cozumel. Alright, let's get this on for you. Wrong button. Which yoke are you using to fly this bird, if you don't mind me asking? This is the honeycomb yoke that I'm using, since this plane has a push-pull system. Alright, so we'll try to keep about 180-ish. Final approach fix is 4 miles out. Even the RNAV vertical path hadn't come down yet. What should happen at the final approach fix. Alright, so we'll go ahead and drop the gear, start getting the aircraft configured. There's a vertical path there. We'll match the vertical descent rate, which will give us a hand here. Let's make sure we are in takeoff and approach flaps. We are. So we're following the RNAV vertical path guidance right now, manually with vertical speed. because I messed it up and activated vectors to final instead of activating the approach. However, we can still make do here, just slightly adjusting our vertical speed. Runway is in sight. All right, we'll get ready to take over here in a second. All right, I have the airplane. 500-foot cross check. Showing low. Alright, we need that second white to come in. Slightly low here. Second white should be about to pop. Yeah, we have the runway made. Start bringing that power off. Woohoo! That's butters. That is butters, baby. No reversers in this airplane. We'll let her, we got the speed brakes out, we'll let her slow on down. And as we get a little slower, we will start applying some brakes. Do we have a taxiway here? We don't. I just missed it. So we'll stop. Exit here. Welcome to Cozumel. We did start the replay that time, so we have replay coverage. And again, my daggone charts is acting up, so I'm trying to see. All right, let's clean up the airplane. Trying to see where we're going here. General aviation apron is on the other side of the runway, about midway down. Thought this was a pay-wear scenery. It only cost me $9, so I ain't tripping. Alright boys, welcome to Cozumel. Have your passports ready. We'll go taxi lights. Where's my anti-collisions? Nope. Nope. There we go. Get those turned off. That was a sexy approach, boys. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. That was smooth as a baby's bottom. And we may have to go. There's an exit right that we missed right over here, but we can't get there from here. So we may have to go up to the next one and then cross over runway 12 from there. At least from what I'm seeing. Let's see. Let's turn our controller on and jump into drone cam right quick. Yeah, there is it. We got to go up to here and cross. So yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Definitely a sexy approach there with the weather. Shadow should be coming in here in a moment. Wasn't far behind us. Like I said, we got replay coverage this time. I ain't forget this time, boys. So yeah, all in all, this plane isn't bad. At times it feels basic, but when you start messing around with the G1000 and all of that good jazz, all of the implementations that Working Title put into this, that's now part of the default G1000, it's definitely worth it in that regard, and it won't break the bank. Excuse me. Cozumel traffic, Cessna November 510 Hotel Sierra will be crossing runway 12 at Alpha. Cozumel traffic. Strobe lights back on for the crossing. And we'll hurry up and get across since Shadow is out there somewhere. And member cannot announce clear until we're past the whole short bars just ahead. And yes, we're going to roll through this truck. And Cozumel traffic, November 510 Hotel Sierra is clear of runway 12 on Alpha. Taxiing into the ramp, Cozumel. My man been here for about an hour waiting on us. Let's stop here for a second. We ain't gonna worry about GSX. We'll get on up in here. Okay, so the general aviation ramp is over to the right. Oh, what the hell? We'll take this one right here. We shall take it. All right, boys, welcome to Cozumel. We'll get that parking brake set, and we should be able to go ahead and shut down. Wing inspection lights can come off, seatbelt signs. All right. So that there, my friends, is a slow flight from Dangum, the mainland of the United States, down to Mexico. We'll get some tunes on. Let's check Shadow's progress here. And we'll stop the recording. So we're good there. Let's check and see where Shadow is at. All right, yeah, he's about on downwind. So we're good there. All right, so what I'm gonna do is try to run a couple replays. Till Mr. Shadow comes in. We'll get that out of your way. Oh, never mind. He said 6 minutes out. So we'll wait on him. You taking runway 12, Shadow? Oh, let's get the why doesn't it ever go back into, damn it? It used to, but it don't go back into cockpit view when I press the button. Let's get that beacon off. We'll leave nav lights on since we still have power established. And we'll jump out again. And let's see here. Which way did we come in? This way. I think it was this way. Yeah, that's runway 12. Okay. You want me to run 102? Roger that, broski. We'll run 102. Alright, let's get hold on, cancel that first. Y'all know me, I like to get my lights and stuff back on. Try to make sure everything that's workable possible in the replay is working. Make sure all of that good jazz is on. All right. MCZ open. Let's disconnect right quick. All right, we'll start a nice one from here, off the right wing. We'll play it. I'm gonna go back to that other one. I like that other one. Was it this one?
500.
Yeah, I like this one. Paid scenery, yeah. It was a little cheap one, $9 on Sim Market. I knew it wasn't gonna be great, but it's better than default. Definitely appreciate you guys hanging with me tonight. I think we're gonna end the stream after the replays. I haven't heard back from Dre yet, so who knows what he's doing. But it's already 2 a.m. here. And the kids still got to get up for school. It was definitely a nice approach. A little long on the landing, but we had more than enough runway. Faltered from the center line though, but that's all good. All right, let's take her back for one more. Let's jump exterior. And let's see here. That ought to be a nice shot. We were a little low on the approach, but Not nothing that we couldn't recover from. Welcome to Cozumel, Mexico. That was Butters, baby. That was Butters if I ever seen him. Like I said, we got off the center line a little bit, but who cares? Your flight instructor cares, that's who. Alright, let's take it back. Alright, let's go, hold on, let's pause it. And let's undock the follow mode from the drone cam. Put this joint on 250 speed. That'll be a nice shot there. Play it. Oh, we floated it out a little bit. I ain't knocking that. Like I said, we had more than enough runway. So we touched down about right here. So let's set her right here. Take her back. Yeah, boy, get y'all passports out. Don't get in no trouble. Leo ain't got bail money. This plane will leave without you guys if you get locked up. Nice. 5 miles out, roger that, Shadow. Are you a 5 mile final or just 5 miles out, period? Alright, so let's do this. Let's pause that. Let's go there. Stop it. And then we'll go connect back up. Just had to make sure we was in our spot. Oh, did he leave? Oh, that's got to be like some regular AI or something. I don't know. All right, we're watching. We're waiting on you, bro.
And Cozumel traffic, Vision Jet 80511, we're clear of the runway.
What? Bro. That's not you, bro, in the A330. That's weird. You landed already, Shadow?
That's just the model matching it has for me.
You said what about the model matching?
It's just the model matching that it has for me, since you don't have the Vision Jet.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It might be my model matching. I don't have the Vision Jet for it. All right, let's do this. Let's go back and get a couple more replays. Let's go. We'll grab one or two more. Let's grab one. Let's grab one from here. So yeah, we did get a little slow, but I mean not slow, but low. I meant low. Like I said, guys, I appreciate you for hanging out with me tonight. It is 2:09 a.m. I would love to do another leg, but I ain't heard back from Dre or nobody, so I gotta get up at 6 and get the kids off to school. So I'm gonna just go ahead and knock me out like 4 hours, at least 3.5 hours of sleep. And we'll try to be back at it tomorrow. I'll try to figure out what we're gonna do. We're gonna stay in GA, or if we're gonna go and do something else. Some more GA stuff I want to fly, so we may still be in GA tomorrow. We may just finish the week out in GA. That's what I think we'll do. We'll finish the week out in GA. We'll definitely be back in before we get rid of, well, not get rid of it, but we'll definitely be back in that Chancellor. I did another flight in it yesterday or last night when I came in and got it dialed in for the ILS and everything. Figured out what I was doing wrong and how primitive of the autopilot it is, even though it works good. But there's just some things you got to take note when approaching your intercepts and things like that. So we'll get that back on the channel again before we finish out with GA for a little bit. That was not a bad touchdown at all, boys. Again, if you're here and you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Make sure all of you guys have smashed that thumbs up button. And we'll take it back again and we will leave you on a nice little approach out of the right side. Coming into maybe not that far back.
500.
Maybe about right there. Coming into Cozumel. And like I said, boys, per usual, this is the moment where I will leave you. Like I said, appreciate all of you guys for hanging out tonight as we continue our GA Ops run. We'll do some more GA Ops, finish it out on the week. and we'll try to plan something else today or for tomorrow, for Thursday. And obviously we'll probably have DCS in the morning with Blue and Dre on Friday. Then we'll try to do another doubleheader on Friday as well. Actually, I'm lying. I won't have DCS. My son has a doctor's appointment, so that was just like. Anyways, yeah. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Do something you're passionate about, and your boy Leo is signing off. See ya.
Wasn't always just a single shade, a palette full of gray in reverie. And I can burn it brighter than the sun. I have a golden gun inside of me. Don't box me in, don't, or I'll leave. I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else. And if I fall behind, ignoring all the signs, if I lose the fight, I still rage against the night. I'd rather be a dreamer.